Good morning to everyone. Let's wait a few minutes and start at exactly 11 a.m. at least Central European time. So good morning and good evening as well, Christopher. Few minutes and we start. It's gonna be a brief one because I'm getting ready for Christmas. My kids are at in the kindergarten, so I have to finish wrapping up the presents. Um, and gotta start cooking some Christmas dinner. Good morning. Oh. Also, if the volume is too low, please correct me. I'm streaming from a new laptop I had to buy because my old one broke down completely. Hey, Maxime. Okay, I think we're good to go. Um, Today's stream is going to be in the form of daily updates that we've been doing for, I think almost 8 months now. We're gonna go through Bitcoin, although there is not much to talk about. Altcoins and the cycle as a whole from a bit different perspective from one of my updates that I already did, but I think it's good. It's helpful to hear and see me explain how and why, perhaps a bit more in detail. Um, in regard to Bitcoin, I it's not my focus at the moment. Um, I've seen that most of the crypto Twitter are aiming to catch the liquidity from all the wicks all the way down to $85,000. Um, but since um, the play is currently in altcoins, that's the focus that we should be aiming for. So we still might break down in the Bitcoin, but we've seen yesterday that altcoins held up really well. And as we've been saying, uh, looking at others' dominance, we've said that the strength will come when the triangle is broken. So this sharp correction that we've had is now complete, and it can be seen in the dominance as well. So this is the chart that we'll later gonna go through in macro detail. But I wanted to start with others. You've probably seen me share this chart where I've expressed my opinion that the correction is over, and these types of corrections are typical for bull markets where we have long liquidations instead of short liquidations, which are synonymous in the bear markets. This is the easiest way to know what the trend is. Um, Here is a fractal from what is this fractal was from here, and it can be interpreted in the same way to our price action, where we didn't have any major pullbacks all the way down, all the way up to the top. We've had liquidations here. Here was the first one, followed by another low. This was an A, B, C, or W, X, Y, doesn't matter. And the price action here is mimicking the same, the same as last year, where we had run up without any corrections. Market was very overheated, and we had to stop. We bumped. Sorry, there was a bump in the road. The first liquidation start happened on 9th of December. We then proceeded. Let's see in a bit detail in three waves up, which is only a dead cat bounce into a retracement of 70786 and went back down. to hit the weekly support. I think it was around here where I expressed my opinion that this correction isn't over yet because of the rounded top that it was making and rejecting here at this Fibonacci level. So consequently, we did have another push lower, and I want you to keep in mind that after every first liquidation that we have, there's always a high likelihood that another liquidation is coming. So especially if we reject here or this breaker that sent us lower, this high likelihood of another correction is is high. This is going to happen. So what I can gather from this structure as well is volume. No, just a second. I'm gonna remove this one. With volume on the first liquidation event, liquidation day was higher than the second one. So falling volume with falling price is a bullish indication. We wouldn't want to see volume rise with price grinding lower, meaning the momentum of the selling pressure is rising. If we switch to 12-hour, we can see that although there was quite strong selling pressure, we engulfed the candle on 12 hours, rejected at this breaker that sent us down, and we kept rejecting at this A wave, week of A wave. I wanted to see us, I wanted to see us this getting reclaimed before higher prices. So from now, I think we're gonna go to the diagonal, reject here briefly, and after the new year, we're gonna go breaking this diagonal, which will consequently send us higher. And I think uh, it's gonna go, it's gonna go not that slower. It's gonna be grinding up in the form of this, like so, before price discovery happens. This is where I'm expecting alt season to occur. I think second part of January is time period to look for that. Uh, this is all I wanted to say. So if I close the volume and move it up, magic. These are two fractals. Bitcoin from 2021. This is the first profit-taking event that happened on Bitcoin before it went higher into distribution. This one is from altcoins 2023. The same thing that we've compared here. And what I found interesting is that all the ratios, all the ratios of these waves um, are the same. So wave A equals length of wave A, wave B equals length of the fractal here from Bitcoin. See as well consolidation and expansion afterwards. So I've wrote that according to this ratio, we should be seeing a breakout from this diagonal around around first half of January, let's say. So first week of January. Hope I'm right. Sorry. Um, Another example of these kinds of structures is Solana in 2021. A bit different, but still the same. This one. First liquidation bounce into retracement level. This one went into the golden pocket of 618 before rolling over. It, however, didn't make another low because of the buying pressure. So instead of making ABC, uh, how it was now, because C getting lower from this week, it instead did uh, a triangular correction. and proceeding. But these types of corrections are pretty much the same. Where I'm expecting it to be like, sorry, to be like so currently. And you can say that this is a sort of inverse head and shoulders. Um, Overall, I think my prediction for December that alts are going to start accelerating will be wrong for a few weeks. But Q1 should be where the majority of gains are going to be made in this next microwave. So, switching to others, weekly chart, no, others dominance. And I'm gonna delete everything and keep the halving events, and we're gonna do this again. If you remember from last stream, from the Elliott wave rules, the impulse or the entire cycle it consists of 5 waves before correction inevitably comes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This can also be seen on this chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Although this one didn't, I think it didn't pass the wave 3, but it still counts as wave 1, as wave 5, it being a truncated wave, meaning it wasn't as strong of an alt season as it was here. This was 2016, 2017 cycle. If we go to 2021 cycle, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Common thing for both of these cycles, if we if we focus only on them, is that the halving event, like it or not, happens around wave 1. Halving event around top of wave 1. We have the same thing here. The top came at the halving. So another the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves remain. How high this will go, I won't speculate here. If we go a step further, we can track how long it took from the bottom, from the start of the cycle to the end of the altcoin cycle. It took 861 days. If you go to the next cycle, from the bottom to top, it took roughly the same, 3 weeks. If we do another this year, it brings us to, say here, so deadline around October. And if you remember from last stream when we mentioned the eclipses, I have Bitcoin top predicted around October, September. So ending a cycle for altcoins in October is pretty logical thing to do, even with analyzing it like so. If you want to compare, let's say, just to show you how altcoins react, just a structure. You can see into wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. We can take another example with Phantom. For last cycle, wave 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same thing. And another interesting thing, I'm going to remove this one, this from the screen. We're gonna bring Bitcoin. Here's another interesting thing. I'm gonna mark the lows. Mark the lows of wave two. Um, and what I found interesting here is that at the bottoms of wave two, on others dominance, Bitcoin went on a price discovery. Soon after here, it was already in price discovery here, and first profit-taking event at the top happened briefly, just briefly. I think it was 2 weeks. Same thing here. When we went into price discovery for Bitcoin, altcoins bottoms. So I'm expecting big outperformance here from the altcoin market. And we saw that the same dynamic happened yesterday when altcoins didn't um, move much when Bitcoin pulled about 2 to 3%. Okay, any questions? Again, hi, hi to all, and thank you for listening to me. Will 2025 alt season be bigger than 2021 alt season? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Uh, can I read? This is just from the general feel. With the others around 35%. Would that will Bitcoin dominance be by then? I don't know. I don't know, but you can you can look at others dominance as an inverted Bitcoin dominance, I guess. I think there were lots. It was lots of there was lots of chatter on crypto Twitter whether or not we're gonna see Bitcoin dominance breaking here, and there was, I think, this line was used. However, I don't like using lines with only two reference points, and that this is a back test. I don't know. I don't think so. We are rejecting. We're clearly rejecting from the levels, the Fibonacci levels. So I think dominance is cooked. I've been tracking this for an eternity, hoping it would reject here. It did, even with sell signals, which are quite accurate. Um, okay. Take profit after wave 3 or wait for a maybe truncated fifth. I'm gonna go all out in this third wave. That's without the question. I'm definitely gonna go out. Wait, and if I'm right, I'm gonna enter at the diagonal break on the correction on alts. I think we've discussed this already, so I can show you again. CO coin, Dino coins. This is such a clear chart that that's why I'm referencing it. So if a correction for altcoins ends, they tend to break to the upside, and this last wave shouldn't take long. It should only take about 2 months. Okay. I always use log scale for Elliott wave, but some big influencers choose linear. Log scales always project higher targets. I think you also use log. Any thoughts on this? Yeah, this is a constant debate. Um, it works for me. I if I had any trouble in regard to this, I would switch to linear. But so far, for both cycles of 17 and 21, log works perfectly fine. So if it's not broken, I'm not gonna try it and repair it. Are there any similarities on others? And because in market, this is money supply, right? My M1. Haven't looked at it for a while. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into new things here. On average, how high do you think alts in the top 10 will do percentage-wise? Depends. I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate. I've already said that I'm not gonna do any price targets from here. I'm gonna help you get out in time, but I'm not gonna go and try to determine anything at this point. Yesterday, Kiyosaki wrote that global crisis started. Is this good or bad sentiment considering uh, the exit around mid-February? I don't think it's time for a recession or any negative price action so far for now. But I do expect that Bitcoin and altcoins are gonna go into a correction at the same time with the indices. So I think the indices are gonna experience correction of 10 to 15% and gonna rebound fast. Uh, do I have anything else here to add? Um, I think I laid out everything I wanted to. I can touch on Tao. We've looked at Tao as a reference for this next wave, or yeah, for this next wave three, and it's giving us a few signals. So I didn't want to scare everyone at the top for their conviction, but it was around here that I was uneasy about the structure. I only replied to one user. I don't know when or who it was. Okay, but this structure reminded me of this structure on Veracity. So this is just an example of um, how I'm thinking and approaching things from here. If you can see, these corrections are pretty much the same, and I couldn't unsee this. So as much as I wanted to bull post, I stopped with Tao and just waited to see if this plays out. This is in Elliott waves. This is called an expanded correction, where in this range that's set from high to low, we take out the high first and take out the lows. Now we could see another wick lower, but I don't think we will. This is a one leg. This is the first leg of the five that is coming. So one, two, three, four, five. Just a second. I'm speaking for all. Sorry. I'm speaking for all altcoins here. Wave one, wave two, three, four, and five. Third wave of a third wave, which is the most powerful wave that is coming. Third wave meaning one, two, three, two, three, four, five. This is primary wave. Oh, sorry. Uh, this is what awaits us. Third wave of lesser degree in the macro third wave. Hope I'm clear. And I think this is another example of why I think the correction is done, because you can check RSI or diagonals for that matter, because altcoins correct and impulse pretty much in channels. Now this was a bit. This is okay. It's a channel. So channeling A wave, B wave, C wave. You can also detect this from RSI when the next wave is starting. So next wave is starting when this line gets broken. Next wave is starting when this line gets broken. So this is an A, this is a B, this is a C. And on the 4 hour, we've already broken this. It's a clear and we tested it. So I think we're gonna go higher from here. And if not, we can still retest, go for a retest. This is not something that's written in stone. We can still go for a retest and form divergences here, which would only be a good thing. Um, just erase this. Okay, questions. Are you able to look at the Rune app? Please, the microwaves are so clear. Rune, okay, Rune. Okay, I think this is a pretty clear impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whether or not this is an uh, just a second. Yeah, this is a top here. So this is wave 1, wave 2, and up for a wave 3. And this is only a grinding phase. It's pretty clear structure, yes. Ethereum and Sol as big caps also interesting. Yeah, they are. Ethereum is a pretty hated one, and it's a pretty clear structure. I don't know why everyone's so screaming over it. It has a clear diagonal. This was a clear accumulation phase, which was the same as I'm lost. Here. This is pretty much the same thing. Ethereum has a great chart. Oh. I'm sorry. Is my volume okay? So Ethereum is retesting this breaker, this one, and I got sent. Have I got sent this diagonal? No, it wasn't this one. Sorry, it wasn't Ethereum. I don't think it's gonna go lower. A, B, C, expanded flat correction. Can you chart solo and Velo? Let's go through some overall questions first. But third wave has to be long in time. Is there time to proper wave 3 until mid-February? I think we have enough time. But should we? Others. Oh, we're gonna go with total 3. And you can see this structure again, where I think we are. Enough time for us to complete wave 3 coming into February, even with this fractal. So a correction in this case, it was, I don't know, this is a triangle or not, um, doesn't matter. But you can clearly see how this impulse just keeps going. So it's enough time, in my opinion. You can see it like so. A wave 1 from the how much it took from the lows? 290 days. Yeah. Although I think it has to be measured here from the start of the impulse, from the base. We have enough time. It doesn't. Mid-February is not. It's not a definitive date. I'm open for a window from mid-February to around start of March. Say, how do you remember so many fractals? Um, I think this is emotional attachment because I've gone so much. I've gone through so much roller coasters in this space. So Trump comes 20th January and throws positive news daily. It will be enough for roughly 30 days of growth and good correction and bounce around September after summer print has been done. Okay. Um, yes, ish. It's roughly something I'm expecting, yes. So I'm expecting this wave to finish, like I've said, somewhere around March. Then a correction on all risk assets and up from around I'd say end of end of August into September and October. I can look at the Velo chart and we can end the stream here if there are no questions left. I I analyzed Velo in the comments that someone asked me. I wanted to see a retest of this area, this breaker. This is an important breaker. And we did. So this is a retest before going higher. Mm, when you say you will re-enter on diagonal break for wave 5, obviously personal strategy, but are you going to enter full amount or a percentage? Strategy will be personal, yes. It will be tailored to my needs because I'm expecting to cash when I cash out this wave 3, I'm gonna leave some profits for a house that I'm planning. And the rest depends on how clear the structure will be, but at least 50%, I suppose. It's not, I haven't decided yet. This is so far away, but at the same time, it's so close. It will depend on you. Did I miss some? Let me go check. No, I can do solo chart in DMs or in. I'll drop into in comments. So thank you for tuning in the stream. This was our second stream. Hope it was better than the first one. And I'll see you uh after holidays. Enjoy your holidays, enjoy your time with family, and may the gains be with us in 2025. So bye bye.